Hello everyone, I'm making this video to give you my review / impressions of chapter 13 in Knights of the Fallen Empire. And I gotta say, this is most definitely my favorite chapter so far, not just since chapter 10 or 9, but overall, since the beginning. The Kaleo and the Jorgen chapters got nothing on this one. Here Vet and Gold just steal the show. They're both awesome, they're both interesting, they're both a lot of fun. In general, this is a very fun chapter. There is a lot going on. You've got funny lines and jokes and pranks, weird Wookiee impressions, banter in between the scenes, surprising romance, and you name it. We don't know actually how important this is going to be, the whole heist. How much of an impact it will have on the story, but as a standalone bit of story, as a standalone sort of half an hour to 40 minutes, it was pretty good. And it was also good on its own without necessarily being a Star Wars story, without having the Force and the Sith and the Jedi and all that. So I really liked it. It was also interesting that this was a chapter focused on two classes. It's the first one that does it. Previously we had the Agent chapter, we had the Trooper chapter. Now we have the Bounty Hunter and the Sith Warrior chapter. The romance reunion is good. It was actually very pleasant to see that Vet behaved in a very similar manner as she did in the message that you received from her. She was just a lot of fun. The whole little subplot with the cannon, the assault cannon. It was just a brilliant chapter. And to top it off, my goodness, the spoiler alert, I already made videos about it, but the death scenes, and not just the death scenes, just the whole Kaleo and Jorgen sequence, very well done. I have to say that the way the scene is set up, the voice acting, the interaction between Kaleo and Jorgen, and then their interaction with you and then the other members of the crew, and just the camera work, the shots, the things that actually happen, very, very well done. It's got to be one of the most emotionally charged scenes in the entire game. I'm trying to think of something else that felt so impactful just playing through, and I guess there was the Republic quest chain on Taris about the Promised Ones. Now that was extremely memorable and impactful, and here you have the same thing. Especially, I think the pinnacle is Kaleo's death. It's so well made. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that I cheer at the fact that you can kill Kaleo. No, it's just a very well developed piece of content. And I don't know who made this chapter. I mean, probably the same people, but I wish for more chapters like this. This was, in my opinion at least, it felt a vast improvement over all the chapters that came out after chapter 9. There were no large unnecessary amounts of fighting. There was a lot of fun, a lot of action. So that was it. I think this has got to be the most positive review impressions that I make of any chapter, and for a good reason. I have next to no negative thing to say. I haven't tried the Eternal Championship yet. But in terms of the story and the chapter itself, I played it through with a Bounty Hunter. It was satisfying. Played it through with the Sith Warrior once again, and that was it. I loved it. I loved all of it. I especially loved the ending. Incredibly emotional and impactful moments. I could probably go into extreme details and talk about how each character looks at you and then you look at them and things happening. But just watch the scene and you'll figure it out, or play it yourself, and it will be an even bigger impact. So good job, BioWare. If the rest of the chapters are more like this one, I can't wait. Thank you everyone for watching. Tell me what you thought, and until next video, stay tuned and be good.